Hi guys, hi. Thank you all for tuning into my YouTube channel. Thank you for coming again to watch my video. I'm excited to have you all here. I hope you're all doing okay, staying safe, washing your hands and doing the ideal things, using the face covering wherever you are out there, shopping, enjoying, or all sort of things. Anyways, thank you. Stay tuned. So guess what, guys? Today I'm here to share a testimony and also share what I have around that testimony, which is titled "You Are Not Alone." You are not alone. You are never alone. So that right there is my praise dance. I am grateful to God that I am still alive today, hale and healthy. I'll tell you guys what happened to me. This was on Thursday. I was returning back from where I went to, and then I was driving down, coming back home. And then it's my usual route. I was passing through that. It's actually a narrow road. And then you really can't see what is ahead of you, and then you have to drive with caution there. So I was just driving and my mind was actually clouded. Like, it was really clouded. In my mind I was thinking, what, I was really worried. I was just tired of everything. I was kind of feeling lonely, because when you get frustrated, when you get tired, at some point you begin to think that, am I alone? Like, am I alone in all of this? I wish there was somebody there, But really, I didn't really share with people what was going on around that time, how frustrated I was, how tired and how lonely I was feeling, sort of, because of what was happening at that time. And so I was driving and my mind was clouded. I got up the hill and, I was about to descend. And then I saw a car that was indicating to turn to the right, but apparently there is no road on the right. So I was coming with the speed. I wasn't worried, because usually cars don't stop there, because like I said, there is no turning on the right, but this car was indicating to turn to the right. Actually, I was coming with a little bit of speed. I couldn't stop my car, but my car stopped. Like, in my mind, I thought I was gone. I thought I was going to crash that car. And I was like, there is nothing I can do, because what people do is, whenever they are about to get into such accident, they kind of swerve to the other side of the road. But if I do that, the road is slopey, so it's just like an hill, and then it is how do I explain this? To the right and to the left you have grasses and it slides down. So if I had turned to the right or to the left, actually I was going to get down. The car would probably tumble, and there will be nothing I can do. But my car came to a stop, and I knew it was God. Like, I literally knew it was God. For 5 minutes I was shaking. I couldn't move the car, because the people behind me were actually scared. I'm sure in their mind they were about to probably call 911 or something. But that car stopped, and the cars at my back just waited. If you see the distance they gave me, it was a lot. Because in their mind, I'm sure they were like, oh, this girl or this car is gone. But in all of this, I didn't crash into any car. My car never got crashed. I'm okay, nothing is wrong with me. But I thought at that point, that my life was like, the way you feel when you know that you can't change the situation around you. And that was it for me that night. I was really scared. I got back home and I was so scared. I only told one of my friends, because at that point, when I got home, I couldn't do anything. Like, I was literally shaking for hours. Like, I was shaking. I couldn't do anything. I was just like, really? This is how people actually die in car accidents. This is how people die, and this is how they're not able to save themselves, or they end up in the hospital and they might not even die, but they are injured. So in my mind, I'm like, do I really still think I'm alone? Because what happened right there was God. God stopped my car. It wasn't me. I couldn't have done it. I was literally shaking when I saw the car there, because I was coming with this speed. I was literally shaking. So that what happened right there was not me. It was God who stopped my car. So, am I still alone? Let's see. You see, sometimes we actually think we are alone, but the truth is we are never alone. We might not see God physically, but He's always with us. And that right there was the assurance I needed to receive from God. It was there with me all through my journey, all through my life. I couldn't have done anything in this life without God. Sometimes, at some point in our lives, we feel lonely. We are encapsulated in this loneliness. And in our mind, we are thinking, how do I get out of this? Is somebody here with me? How can I just feel like there is somebody there for me? Even though we might not see these physical people around us, we might not see people around us all the time to assure us that we are not lonely. The truth is God is always there. And that really struck me. What happened to me, I got home, I was just thinking, am I really alone? No. Because if I was alone right there, I probably wouldn't have stopped that car. You see, sometimes we think we are alone, but the truth is we are never alone. That night was another reassurance for me that I am never alone. You see, frustration, tiredness, different situations in our lives can bring about loneliness. Frustration can bring about loneliness. Tiredness can bring about loneliness. Not getting what we want can bring about loneliness. But the moment we dwell in that loneliness, we're telling God that He's no longer with us. That night, I began to think about it, that I'm alive today, that I can wake up and see another day. Do I think it's by my doing? Like, can I just literally wake up without oxygen? I can't breathe. Would I still be alive? No. That right there was the assurance I need. I'm saying it over and over again. You see, we are never alone. We need to know that as Christians. And we see that in the Bible, there are several verses that talks about us never being alone. There is one, Deuteronomy 4:31 said, "For the Lord your God is a merciful God. He will not leave you or destroy you or forget the covenant with your father that He swore to them." God is never going to leave us. No matter your situation, no matter what is happening to you right now, God is always with you. You need to just bring that connection back. I've been dwelling in all these things for the past 1 week, and I keep thinking about the frustration, the tiredness, everything around, forgetting that there is somebody who is capable to take me out of that situation. And when the situations happen, I just go to God in prayer, and I pray to Him. But for some reasons, for the past 1 week, I haven't been praying about those situations. I've just been going about my day, praying about the normal things. But this frustration, just doing the normal routine, without even asking that, God, this frustration, this tiredness, I don't want them anymore. I want to be strong. But that night right there, I came back home and I told God, You are never leaving me. You've never left me. I am not alone. Thank you for giving me that reassurance. That thing just called me back like ASAP. God is always with us. He is always with us. No matter how tired, frustrating the journey might be. No matter how tired you are, God is always with you. We see the journey of the children of Israel, like despite the reassurance, despite everything, the provision, they were still grumbling. When little things happened, they kept grumbling. And in my mind, I'm like, do I want to be like the children of Israelites? That there were signs, there were everything to tell them that they were not alone. But instead, they were complaining, they were getting tired, weary. At some point, they were even questioning God. And they ended up, bowing down to another God. And that's what happens. You don't necessarily have to bow down to another God, but the moment you dwell in your frustration, the moment you dwell in your situation, that moment you are bowing down to that situation. You are surrendering your all to that situation. So that gave me stop doing that. That is not God's plan for you. He has a plan for you. His plan for you are good and not of evil, to give you an expected end. And that is the truth, because He is always with us. But there will be trials, there will be temptations, there will be struggles. That is the life, the fallen world that we are in. But the hope, the future, which is in Christ Jesus, is what gives us the reassurance. And I know, sometimes the strongest of us all, the better one, the best Christian, so to say, might feel lonely at some point, might feel tired, might feel weary. But the truth is that God is always there for you. He's always there to listen. And He's watching over you day and night. The fact that you can wake up another day and see the beautiful creature and the creation of God, the Creator, shows that there is still assurance for you. And the moment you dwell in your frustration, you kind of dissociate from God and His plan for you, because you're no longer meditating on His word and His promises. Instead, you are dwelling in your situation. You are meditating in your situation. You are so encapsulated in that isolation of what is going to happen, uncertainty, what's going to happen in the next minute, in the next second. And that what that does is it takes away the connection that we have with God. And what it does, that if we are not connected, we cannot be transformed. And if we are not transformed, we cannot unite with God. You need to, at all times, remember His promises for you. He is faithful. If He has done it in the past, He will do it over and over again. He said, I shall serve the Lord thy God. He shall bless my bread and bless my water, and He shall take away all sickness from me. I shall trample upon serpents and demons, and they shall not come near me. As planned for me are of good and not of evil, to give me an expected end. He has a plan for me. He has promised me a future and a hope. All those things, are things you cannot buy. You can't even earn it, but by His grace, we have it available for us. And so today, if you're feeling lonely, get up on your feet. Get up. The Bible says, do not let your heart be troubled. And do not be afraid. John 14:27. Do not be troubled. Trust the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. What I was doing back then was depending on my own understanding of the situation, thinking, how would I get out of this situation? Forgetting that the one who sees what is happening and sees what will happen in the future is in control. How dare me? How can I forget that His promises for me are still standing? And I don't earn it. I don't deserve it, but His grace is sufficient for me. He has paid it on the cross. And that is the reassurance. And that is the promise for me. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad I had that encounter that night. Because if not, I probably would still be feeling lonely, still dwelling in my loneliness. But I heard something one time, and the person said, do you go to your phone or you go to God when you are in trouble? So many of us, we just go on social media, we type what's happening in our life right now. Oh, right now I'm tired, I'm frustrated. Some of us, start calling friends about our situations, and we get discouraged again. But the truth is, never go to the phone. Go to God first. Do you go to the phone or you go to God when you are faced with life situations? No matter your situation, no matter how little or you think how stupid it is, always go to God in prayer. He has all the answers to your prayer. My God is too faithful to fail. God is wonderful and is always with us at all times. God is my strength when I am weak, the rock on which I stand, and the strong tower I run to. That night, it was God that saved me. And you know, I wouldn't have gotten out of that situation without God. Untouched. My car not touched. Myself not touched. The other person not touched. His car not touched. Oh God. God is still faithful. I came home that night in tears and I just bowed to God in reverence. That you are so good. No matter your situation, depression, relationship issues, marital issues, financial issues, sickness, God will bring you out of that situation. He will give you the strength to overcome that situation. So don't dwell in that. Don't be overcome by your situation. Instead, overcome your situation. And how can you do that? By meditating on God's word. Stop dwelling in that situation. Say to yourself, I am not alone. God is always with me. He is always there to strengthen me. He's always there to protect me. And He will always be there for me. So guys, please and please. So for those of you who don't know God yet, you're still exploring, I want you to know that through Christ we have access to God. And the moment you confess to Him with hope, surrendering all to Him and repenting in your hearts, then you begin to enjoy those beautiful things which comes along with knowing God. Alright, thank you guys. Thank you all for watching this video. Thank you all for tuning in to watch this wonderful video. You know what you're gonna do for me right now? Just click on the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet, and like this video, comment, and please do share with people who you think are facing different challenges right now. And not just them, share with people who you think will need this video. But remember, nobody is strong. We all need one another. So don't think this friend doesn't need this video. She's strong, he's strong. Just make sure you share this video so we get to the right person. Thank you. Catch you all later. Bye. Thank you.